بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعزائي طلبة وطلبات شهادة الثانوية العامة قسم رياضيات لغات، أهلا بكم. النهاردة إن شاء الله هناخد درس جديد في التفاضل والتكامل. الدرس اسمه التكامل المحدود. وطبعا عرفنا إن التكامل المحدود درس مهم جدا جدا، لأنه أول مرة ينزل هذا العام في شهادة الثانوية العامة. Welcome my dear student in our math program for secondary 3. Today we are taking new lesson in calculus differentiation. What is the title? It's titled The Definite Integral. If the fundamental theorem of the calculus, if the function f is continuous on interval ab, and f is any antiderivative to the function f on the same interval, what you deduce? Integration of f of x dx from a to b equals f of b minus f of a. Dear student, this is called definite integral. Integral or integration from a to b f of x dx equals what? Equals f of b minus f of a. Integration of f of x dx is called the definite integral, as read the definite integral of f of x respect to x from a to b. A and b are called lower and upper limits of integration. A and b are called lower and upper limits of integration. The symbol of variable x can be replaced by another symbol without affecting the amount of the integration. As example, integration of f of x dx from a to b dx respect to dx equals integration from a to b f of y dy also equals integration from a to b f of z dz. This rule, integration f of x respect to dx from a to b, this definite integral from f of x respect to dx equal integration of f of y dy from a to b also equals integration from a to b f z dz. F of v is expressed in the form f of x from a to b or f of x from a to b. The definite integral, remember, is a real number. Dear student, why? Because after we find integration of the function, we substitute about x by a and b. F of b minus f of a is called a real number. Then the definite integral is a real number whose value depends on upper and lower terms. What is the upper and lower? X and student is a and b of the definite integration on the two numbers a and b, and the rule of the function f. Then, dear student, remember, definite integration depends on a and b, upper and lower limits of the function, and the rule of the function f. Dear student, you can get the definite integral by finding the indefinite integral with disregarding the constant of the integration. Then you can substitute the variable by the two terms of the integration. Note that, dear student, disregarding the constant, because look, integration f of x from a to b respect to dx equals f of x plus c from a to b minus f of a after f of x. After we find integration of f of x respect to dx as function f of x plus c is constant of integration from a to b. After that, b, y, we substitution about x equal b. If the first function, the second function, substitution about equals a. Then the answer is f of v plus c inside bracket minus f of a plus c. Look at by Omting method, or c plus c negative equals 0. Then indefinite integration becomes f of b minus f of a plus c minus c equals f of b minus f of a. All the rules of indefinite integration and the table of the standard integration are to apply it to find the value of definite integration of a continuous function. What do you mean? Dear student, if we have two functions f and g are continuous functions on the closed interval a and b. Remember, we have two functions f and g are continuous function on the interval closed ab. What you deduce? Integration of sum or subtract two functions f of x and g of x respect to dx equals what? From a to b equals integration of f of x respect to dx from a to b, positive or negative integration of gx dx from a to b. What you mean? We distribute integration about adding two functions or subtract two functions. K, when multiply k times function f of x and find integration from a to b respect to dx. What you mean? K is constant equals k integration from a to b f of x respect to dx, where k belongs to R. Theorem. What is the theorem? Theory is the function f continues on interval. If the function is continues on interval a and b, then it is integrable of this interval. Remember, dear student, if this function continues on closed interval a b, what you deduce? It is an integrable of this interval. Note that the previous theorem shows that the continuous is a sufficient condition to integrate, but is not necessary. Remember, dear student, to find integration of any function, the function must be continuous. This continuous is sufficient condition, but it is not necessary to integrate any function, which means that every continuous function on an interval is integrable on this interval, but not every integrable function on an interval is a continuous function on this interval. Now we are translate to another title, different between the definite integral and indefinite integral. Dear student, we know that if we have function and we must find the integration, the function must be continuous to integrate this function. But if we have function integrate of the function, this cannot be continuous, maybe continuous or not continuous. This rules is very important. The function can be integrate if the function is continuous, but the function integrate cannot be continuous, maybe continuous or not. Now we are translate what is the difference between the definite integral and indefinite integral. Dear student, integration of f of x respect to dx and indefinite integral is a family of function. The derivative of each gives f of x. But integration from a to b, definite f of x, is a real number. Properties of definite integral. Remember, these properties of definite integral very important. If the function is continuous on closed interval a and b, and c belongs to open interval ab, what you deduce? Integration from a to b f of x respect to dx equals what? Negative integration from b to a f of x dx. Remember, dear student, integration from a to b f of x respect to dx equals what? Negative integration from b to a f of x dx. Number 2, integration f of x dx equals 0 from a to a. Integration function f of x respect to dx from a to a equals 0. Number 3, integration of f of x respect to dx from a to b equals integration of a from a to c f of x dx plus integration from c to b f of x dx. Remember, c belongs to open interval a, b, a open interval. Remember, dear student, this rule is very important. If you have point c belongs to open interval a, b, then integration of a, b, f of x dx equals sum of two integration of function f of x dx, the first integration or the first integral a from a to c, the second integral is continuous from c to b. This function f of x respect to dx. Now we are translate to important example. Find the definite integral of the function f from x2 equal x1 equal -1 to x2 equal 3, where f of x equals 4x power 3 plus 1. Dear student, look at the solution. The function f is polynomial. Then any polynomial function is continuous on R. This rule from second year. Look at any polynomial function is continuous, then has integration. What is the integration from -1 to 3? For x power 3 plus 1 respect to dx. Look at x power 3, we add 2 power 1 and divided by the new power for x power 4 over 4 equal x power 4 plus constant 1 integration is x, and by substitution from -1 to 3. Answer is 3 power 4 plus 3 minus bracket contains -1 power 4 plus bracket contains -1. Answer is 84. Dear student, at the first we find integration of the function f of x respect to dx for x power 3 plus 1 equals, what is the integration is x power 4 plus x. After that we are substitution, find the value of x. Example, find the value of each of the following: 3x power 2 plus 2x minus 1 from 1 to 2 dx. Number 2, find the integration from 1 to 5, 2 over square root x minus 1 dx. Number 3, integration of cosine x dx from negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. Integration of sec theta, tan theta, d theta from 0 to pi over 4 integration of dx over cosine power 2x. Look at solution. Number 1, how to find definite integration from 1 to 2, 3x power 2 plus 2x minus 1 respect to dx. Dear student, at the first we find integration of the function 3x power 2 plus 2x minus 1 by using the rule of integration. We add power 1 and 3x power 2 becomes 3x power 3 over 3. 2x power 1 becomes 2x power 2 over 2 minus 1 becomes negative x. After that, substitution about 2 and about x equals 1, subtract, then answer is x power 3 plus x power 2 minus x from 1 to 2. After that, substitution about x equal 2 and about x equals 1. After that, we find the value of integration from 1 to 2. The value is equals 9. Solution number 2. What is the integration from 1 to 5? 2 over square root x minus 1 dx. Remember, square root x minus 1 equals what? X uncertain, bracket x minus 1 for all power 1 over 2. Then we can instead the square root x minus 1 in denominator by using x minus 1 for all power negative 1. Then integration from 1 to 5, 2 multiply, bracket contains x minus 1 for all power half respect to dx. 2 is constant. Then we find 2 multiply integration from 1 to 5, bracket contains x minus 1 for all power 1 over 2 dx equals 4 multiply x minus 1 power 1 over 2 from 1 to 5 by substitution about x equal 5 and x equal 1, then subtract equals 8. After that, integration of cosine x dx from negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. What is the integration of cosine x instead sine x? Remember, from negative pi over 2 to pi over 2, after find integration of cosine equal sine x, substitution about x may be equal pi over 2. After that, substitution about x equal negative pi over 2. Then find difference between the two values to find integration of cosine x dx from negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. Remember, dear student, what is the integration of cosine x? Sine x. Then by substitution about sine x, sine pi over 2 minus sine negative pi over 2. The first is 1, second is negative 1. Answer is 2. Now we are translate what is the integration of sec theta, tan theta, d theta respect to d theta from 0 to pi over 4. Remember, pi over 4 equals 45 degrees. Then integration of sec tan equals what? X uncertain, sec theta, from integration of sec tan equals sec from 0 to pi over 4. Substitution about theta is pi over 4. Answer is equals square root 2 negative 1. Remember, dear student, sec pi over 4 mean sec 45. 45. What is the sec of 45? Sec multiplicative inverse of cosec equal root 2 over 2. Then the answer, or by using calculator, root 2 minus 1. After that, we are translate how to find integration of dx over cosine square x from pi over 4 to pi over 3. Pi over 4 45, pi over 3 equal 60 respect to dx. Now find what is the multiplicative of cosine x uncertain sec x. What is the multiplicative inverse of cosine power 2? X uncertain sec power 2. Then find dx, integration of dx over cosine squared x equals the same integration of sec square x dx from pi over 4 to pi over 3. What is the integration of sec square x and student? 10x square. Remember, integration of sec square equal 10, but differentiation of 10x equals sec square. After that, by substitution about x equal pi over 3, then 10 pi over 3 minus 10 over 4 equals what? Equals root 3 minus 1. 10 pi over 3 means 10 60 equals square root 3, but 10 45 equals 1. Then the final answer is root 3 minus 1. Remember, dear student, this very important example. Remember, what is the differentiation of trigonometric function? Trigonometric function means sine, cosine, tan. What is the complex? What is the inverse of sine? Yes, x and student. Sine multiply cosec equals 1. Then cosec equals multiplicative inverse of sine. What is the multiplicative inverse of cosine? Equals sec. What is the multiplicative inverse of tan? Equals what? Equals cotan. Why? Because tan multiply cotan equals 1. Sine multiply cosec equals 1. Cosine multiply sec equals 1. Remember, very important, when you know that what is the multiplicative inverse of sine, cosine, tan. Remember, what is the differentiation of tan? Equals sec square. Then what is the integration of sec square? Equals tan. Why? Because we know that the integration and differentiation is inverse to inverse operation. When we find differentiation of tan equals sec square, then integration of sec square equals what? Equals tan x. Remember, very important, integration of trigonometry function. After we substitution 10 pi over 3 minus 10 pi over 4. What is the 10 pi over 3? Equal root 3. What is the 10 pi over 4 or 10 45 equals 1? Then the result is root 3 minus 1. Another example. Find the value of each of the following. Integration from 1 to e dx over y. Integration from negative 3 to negative 1 to over x dx. Integration of e power x dx from 0 to ln 5. Solution. Dear student, what is the integration dx over y? 1 over e ln y. Why? Because 1 over y, integration 1 over y dx equals ln y. After we find a definite integration from e to 1 or 1 to e, substitution about ln e minus ln 1. Answer is 1 minus 0 equals 1. Integration of 2 over x dx from negative 3 to negative 1. The lower negative 3, the upper is negative 1. 2 is constant, means 2 multiply integration 1 over x dx from negative 3 to negative 1 equals 2 multiply ln x from negative 3 to negative 1 by substitution ln negative 1, 3 multiply ln negative 3, answer is negative 2 ln 3. Integration e power x dx from 0 to ln 5. Integration of ex is e power x as differentiation. Differentiation e power x equals e power x. Then integration of e power x, same e power x from 0 to ln 5 by substitution about x equal ln 5. After that, about x equals 0, answer is e power ln 5 minus e power 5. What is the value of e power ln 5? 5. E power 0 equals 1, answer is 4. Another example. If integration f of x dx from 1 to 5 equals 8, and integration from 5 to 1 gx dx equals 3. What is the required? Find the value integration f of x plus 3 g of x minus 2 inside bracket respect to dx. Remember, the given is integration f of x dx from 1 to 5 equals 8, and integration of gx dx from 5 to 1 equals 3. The required is integration of bracket contains f of x plus 3 g of x minus 2 respect to dx. Solution. Integration of gx dx from 5 to 1 equals 3, then integration gx dx from 1 to 5 equals negative 3 by using the rule of definite integration. Integration from a to b equal integration negative integration from b to a. Then integration from 5 to 1 equals negative integration from 1 to 5. Also, by substitution, integration of x plus 3g of x minus 2 dx from 1 to 5 equals what? Integration of f of x dx by distribute integration sum of or 3 function 1 to 5 f of x dx plus 3 integration from 1 to 5 gx dx minus integration from 1 to 5 2 dx. As a first equals 8, second equal negative 3, integration of 2x equals integration of 2 respect to dx equal to x from 1 to 5. By substitution, x equal 5 and x equal 1. Answer is 8 minus 9, negative bracket contains 10 minus 2. Answer is negative 9. Dear student, by the end of the lesson, we know that the definite integration very important lesson. And we know that the difference between definite and indefinite integration. Dear student, I am very happy to spend such time with you. Don't forget, math simple, think, work, produce. Goodbye.